Hi YouTube, welcome back. We're playing more coding. We're learning more Python. It's day 6 and we're finally learning functions. That's right. The thing I was supposed to learn like 5 lessons ago, we're finally learning. I'm really excited to learn functions because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The last lesson was really hard. The loop lesson was really hard. Like, I was doing fine with loops until we hit loop comprehensions, and then I feel like loop comprehensions just burn my brain. So I thought what I would do is I would go through my notes quickly and then do a practice session before we start, just so I can help cement the loop stuff into my brain. No one uses list comprehension. That's what I saw a lot of people saying. But it threw, no pun intended, it threw me for a loop so bad that I forgot everything. I forgot the for loops, I forgot the while loops, like I forgot all of it. We learned about tuples and how they're more memory efficient, and how you can print them, but you have to zip them first. And then we got loops. We have indefinite iteration, which is the number of loops when a condition is met. And then we have, indefinite iteration, number of loops depends on condition is met. And then definite iteration, number of times loop executed is defined prior. So the for loop is a definite iteration, which means you tell it when to stop. So that's cool. We also learned, elegant loop. That's what they called it. And I was like, this is the last thing I would call a list comprehension, is an elegant loop. I would literally, list comprehension and elegant loop both made my brain explode. I was like, this is anything but elegant. While loop is a form of indefinite iteration. So while conditional statement action. So it's like while this has this, keep looping or whatever. List comprehensions can wait. That's what everybody else said. Which, by the way, hi YouTube. Thank you for the really nice comments. I appreciate it. I was just saying on stream how since I've started learning coding, everyone's been so nice. And like every time I'm really struggling with a topic, programmers will come in and be like, hi, programmer here. This is bullshit. And I agree with you. And this is a really hard topic. So don't stress yourself out or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you. I feel so validated. We also learned loop control, which is the break statement. So that ends a loop when a statement is met. So it could be like, you could have like a list of the alphabet, and you could be like, loop, print the alphabet until you reach C. And then it'll stop there. Or continue, which in my brain should be called skip. But it's like, if you hit this, then like skip it, but continue to add all the other stuff, which is really interesting. We also learned about nested loops, which is a loop within a loop. So that's fun. You create a loop inside a loop. And then that's kind of it. So today we're learning functions, but I'm going to do my little practice session first. It's only a couple questions, so it shouldn't take too long. Select the incorrect option regarding the Python while loop. The code block of a while loop can be executed only once. The while loop keeps executing a block of code until a condition is no longer met. The break keyword can be used in a while loop. When the while condition is no longer met, the execution jumps past the intended body of the while loop to the next sequential statement. Jumps past. Hi, Ashley! I was just talking about you. I was just saying, because someone was like, I have you on while I'm doing my chores. And I was like, I had Ashley on while I was doing my chores this morning. I did my laundry. I did the dishes. I unloaded the dishwasher. I played with my kitties. I stretched. It was so nice. How is Cassie Goth doing? Is she living her best bachelorette life? How is she surviving? Did you ever get past the vacation thing, or is it still bugged? I've had some weird bugs. She got married. Tell me it was to Darren Dreamer, or the Dreamer guy. Who'd she get married to? I always have her married the Dreamer guy. I had to keep her home. Yeah. I've had a few things break my game. Like, I had my Sims fix up a car. Darren's been a nightmare? You really can't trust anyone. You can't trust anyone. She got married and he came over and kicked over her trash? So he's a 4chan user. Is what you're saying. I had my Sims, sorry for the coding people, I'll get through this quickly, I promise. But I had my Sims fix up a car. It was part of the hobbies expansion pack thing. And I had them fix up a car and then I gave it to the teenager of the family. And like to celebrate, I had her go out downtown. And then when I tried to return home, she got stuck in the car. And I couldn't do anything about it. She was just stuck in the road in the car. And like it just broke and I couldn't get her out. And because every time you use a car, it like makes it so that you can't edit anything. You can't save the game. And I was like, I don't remember the last time I saved. So I've gotten into the habit of saving a lot more in The Sims 2 because it just keeps breaking. But I'm enjoying it all the same. I hope you had fun though. Wazaki, thank you. And Ashley, thank you for the resubs. I appreciate it. If you're new here, my name's Avery. I play a lot of Just Dance. That's what I'm mostly known for. But every year I pick a new hobby to learn. Last year it was learning how to sew. The year before that it was learning how to take electronics apart and fix them. The year before that it was how to be more eco-friendly. The year before that it was couponing. And I think that's... Oh, another year I learned how to edit in Adobe Premiere. I think it was the same year I learned about taking apart electronics. Anyways, I just pick up a random hobby that I'm interested in. And this year it's learning how to code. So I'm learning Python. This is my 6th lesson. It has been breaking my brain a little bit, but I feel like I'm making pretty good progress. So thank you for being here. Ashley, if you need to go eat or chill, please do. I love you to pieces. Thank you for the raid. That was very kind. Thank you so much. I'm actually doing a quiz to like keep myself up to date. Oh, there's only 3 questions. Oh, right. Okay. Select the incorrect option regarding the Python while loop. When the while condition is no longer met, the execution jumps past the indented body of the while loop to the next sequential statement. When the while condition is no longer met, the execution jumps past the indented body of the while loop to the next. I would assume it. Wait, no, it does do that. Code block of a while loop can be executed only once. Oh, is that it? It can't only be executed once, right? Yay! Okay. Select the correct Python code block, which will print the text save the tree 4 times in the console. Well, I'd assume it's this one because this is the only one that says range 4. Yeah. Yay! Oh my God. I'm about to hit 100%. Did I see the Kendrick Lamar halftime performance? We just spent like 30 minutes talking about it. It was so good. It's my favorite one now. Yesterday I was like, I don't think anyone can beat Rihanna's for me. And then Kendrick was like, say less, I'm here. I still love Rihanna's. It's so fun. But like Kendrick's was like on another level. Which of these list comprehensions will create a list equal to the desired list? -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Range 5 wouldn't work because I think it would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Create a list equal to desired. Oh. For I in range 5, desired list equals I minus 1. This would work because it adds to that list. Desired list isn't even listed here, so it has to be this one. No! This will produce the right list, but this is not a list comprehension. Oh, God damn it. I can't read. It said list comprehension. So I think I can't choose another one, but I think it would be this one. I minus 1 for I in range 5, because it has to be -1 so it could get to -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. I hate you, list comprehension. I hate you, list comprehension. I hate you. Hi, my guy. I know you loved Astrobot. Did you ever play the Christmas level they shadow dropped? No, I didn't. I need to play it. I was knee deep in playing. I was playing through all the Dragon Ages. I had a Dragon Age winter. I played through every single one. So I missed it. Is it permanent or was it a temporary thing? They got their explanation wrong. I don't think they did, because they said list comprehension, but I didn't choose the list comprehension. Either way, it's fine. Let's just start learning. We're on to functions. We're on to funk. Code Academy? There was no append. Oh! There was no append. That makes sense. I just was like, nothing else actually sets what the list is. That's fine. It's permanent. I only found out about it last week when I was trying to get the last speedrun card. Oh my God. I need to play it. It's functions time. Everyone has been telling me that apparently my whole life's going to get a lot easier after I learn functions. Why functions? Let's come back to the trip planning application we just discussed. Oh wait, I missed the introduction. Introduction to functions. Function navigation steps. Establish your starting endpoints. Calculate the distance route. Return the best route. Ooh. Maze, I canceled Prime, so now it's out of pocket. You canceled your Prime and you still subbed. That's really nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Also, this man's cheekbones. Can we talk about it? In programming, as we start to write bigger and more complex programs, one thing we will start to notice is we will often have to repeat the same set of steps in many different places in our program. Let's imagine we were building an application to help people plan trips. When using a trip planning application, we can say a simple procedure could look like this. Establish your origin and destination, calculate the distance/route, return the best route to the user. We will perform these 3 steps every time users have to travel between 2 points using our trip application. In our programs, we could rewrite the same procedures over and over and over for each time we want to travel, but there's a better way. Python gives us a useful concept called functions. Functions allow tasks to be performed multiple times within a program without having to be rewritten. Write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Functions. Also, I'm really sorry. If you're new here, I take notes. I take notes on my learning. So give me one second. Functions allow tasks to be performed multiple times within a program without having to be rewritten. That's handy. Functions are a convenient way to group our code into reusable blocks. A function contains a sequence of steps that can be performed repeatedly throughout a program without having to repeat the process of writing the same code again. In this lesson, we are going to explore the idea of a function by slowly building out a Python program for our trip planning steps. At the end of this lesson, you'll know how to write a function and return values from it, allow functions to take custom input. Ooh, I don't think I've had anything that takes like custom input yet. Oh wait, no, there was one. I don't remember. I remember the day I learned this in objects, but in Java, I was ready to quit forever the next day. Then I powered through and it got easier. I was also 16. I was the same when I was 16, where I was like, this is too hard. I'm just going to quit. Experiment with how functions access our other Python code and much more. Review the visual for the function navigation steps. Notice how the function navigation step serves as a container for the 3 steps in the procedure and can be reused across multiple users as they plan their trip. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, let's come back to the trip planning application we just discussed in the previous exercise. The steps we talked about for our program were establish an origin and destination, calculate the distance route, return the best route. If we were to convert our steps into Python code, a very simple version that plans a trip between 2 popular New York tourist destinations might look like this. Setting the Empire State Building as the starting point and Times Square as our destination. Calculating the total distance between our points. The best route is by train and will take approximately 10 minutes. But you're just printing those words. Anytime we want to go between these 2 points, we would need to run these 3 print statements. For now, we can assume the best route and time will stay the same. If our program now had 100 new people trying to find the best directions between the Empire State Building and Times Square, we would need to run each of our 3 print statements 100 times. Now, if you're thinking about using a loop here, your intuition would be totally right. Unfortunately, we won't be always traveling between the same 2 locations, which means a loop won't be as effective when we want to customize a trip. We will address this in upcoming sections. Run the pre-written print statements to see what they output. Okay. Write the same set of print statements 3 more times, run the code again, and see the output. I know I said I was going to do this the Lord's way last time by printing it all during the loops. This time, we copy-pasted. I'm sorry. We're copy-pasting this time. Oh. Oh, my God. Jesus. Teacher? Ooh, teacher, she's cheating. I wonder what it's going to print. Hopefully now you have some perspective about your life without functions. In the next section, we will learn how we can refactor our code to utilize functions to reuse code. Click Run Your Code again, then click Next to continue. Why did it want me to run it again? Defining a function. A function consists of many parts, so let's first get familiar with its core, a function definition. Here's an example of a function definition. Def function name, parentheses, function task go here. So it's framed similar to a loop, where you have to indent it. Hi, Tech! Thank you so much for the raid. That's so sweet. We're learning Python. We're learning coding. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you, good to see you. Hope you had a good stream. Thank you, thank you. I'm learning functions in Python, so welcome to my class. Shh, please keep it down. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to focus, and if you talk to me, teacher's gonna get me in trouble. So shh. Indenting is a common thing in a bunch of Python syntax. Ooh, cool. Okay. Def function name and then function task go here. Okay. There are some key components we want to note here. The def keyword indicates the beginning of a function, also known as a function header. The function header is followed by a name in snake case format that describes the task the function performs. What is snake case format? Uses underscores to replace spaces between. Oh, okay. I thought they all were like that. Everyone shh. Keep it down. Dad filled us up with sugar and dropped us off. What an asshole. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you. Also, yes, I'm using Codecademy. Thank you, Antoine. Thank you, Antoine. Okay, hold on. Let me write down the def thing. Def keyword indicates the beginning of a function, also known as function header. Indicates beginning of a function. Is it always def, or are there other function headers? Screaming snake case also exists. I wonder what that means. Always def, just def. Okay, cool. Following the function name is a pair of parentheses that can hold input values known as parameters. More on parameters later in the lesson. In this example function, we have no parameters, a colon to mark the end of a function header. Lastly, we have one or more valid Python statements that make up the function body where we have our Python comment. Okay. Notice we've indented our function task go here comment. Like loops and conditionals, code inside a function must be indented to show that they are part of the function. Here's an example of a function that greets a user for our trip planning application. Def trip welcome. Print welcome to Tripcademy. Print let's get you to your destination. Pasting this code into the editor and clicking run will result in an empty output terminal. The print statements within the function will not execute since our function hasn't been used. We will explore this further in the next exercise. Oh. Okay. Two of the most common NYC attractions include the Empire State Building and Times Square. In travel.py, we'll write a function that prints the directions via subway from the Empire State Building to Times Square. First, define a function. Directions to Times Square. Okay. Def directions to Times Square. Parentheses. When we run the code, we will see an error, unexpected EOF while parsing. This will occur when we don't populate a function with any statements. EOF stands for end of file. Oh, Python is telling you that it was expecting some code in the body of the function, but it hit the end of the file first. Oh, I didn't get. Oh, I did actually forget to put the colon. Indentation error. That's interesting. I'm not getting EOF, but I get what it means. Within the body of the function, use 3 print statements to output the following directions. Okay, print. Walk 4 minutes to 34th Street, Herald Square, train station. Print. Take the northbound N, Q, R, or W train 1 stop. Print. Get off the Times Square 42nd Street stop. Remember, if you run your code, you shouldn't see any output in the terminal at this point. Check out the hint if you want to see how to see the output. We will be doing this in the next. Oh, okay. Well, that didn't give me anything, so that's fine. Hi, Artemis. Hope to God they don't mention lambda. What's lambda? It's so relaxing to listen to your coding. Oh, thanks. I don't usually hear people associate my voice with relaxing. What is lambda? A Greek letter that has multiple meanings in science, mathematics, computing, and engineering. Oh. Lambda is a feature in programming languages like Python and Java. Lambda expressions allow users to treat functionality as a method argument or code as data. Huh? Treat functionality as a method argument. So it would be a function, but it's like dot whatever the function is? I wouldn't usually call your voice relaxing, but when you're coding, it really can be. Oh, thanks. I got to start screaming while I code more. Now that we've practiced defining a function, let's learn about calling a function to execute the code within its body. The process of executing the code inside the body of a function is known as calling it. This is also known as executing a function. To call a function in Python, type out its name followed by parentheses. Oh, just the name? Call your function here. To call our function, we must type out the function's name followed by a pair of parentheses and no indentation. And that's it? Calling the function will execute the print statements within the body from the top statement to the bottom statement and result in the following output. I broke it. Oh no, I forgot an S. Interesting. So a function is kind of like a button, and it only does what you tell it to do if you press it. Like it's not just going to automatically print everything you've previously put. It's just there if you want it, and then you can call it. Oh. That's why Python is so awesome, in my opinion. Many ways to do stuff, unless it's a jumbled mess and you're trying to decode a person's old code. Oh, thank God I'm the only one coding. So at least if it gets messed up, I know it was me. Add an additional print statement to our directions to Times Square function. Have the statement print take lots of pictures. Oh, okay, to this function. So print, take lots of pictures. Cute. Cute. Now you're teaching me about whitespace? They brought up whitespace like 2 lessons ago, and I had to Google what it meant. Consider our welcome function for our trip planning application. Welcome to Trip Academy. Let's get you to your destination. Hi, Metroid. Thank you for the 46 months. Thank you so much. Most scripts are basically split into a section where you put your variables and a section where you put all your functions. Oh, interesting. That makes sense. I can see that. The print statements all run together when trip welcome is called. This is because they have the same base level of indentation, 2 spaces. In Python, the amount of white space tells the computer what is part of a function and what is not part of that function. If we wanted to write another statement outside of trip welcome, we would have to unindent the new line. Yeah, that makes sense, because then it's not part of the function. So that will print no matter what, because it's not part of this. So this will print. And then this will print after because it was called afterwards. That makes sense. Our trip welcome function steps will not print, whoa, look at the weather outside, don't walk, take the train, on our function call. The print statement was unindented to show it was not a part of the function body, but rather a separate statement. We would see the following output from this program. Yeah, I got it right. I got it right. I'm still waiting for the outdent. It's not an outdent, it's an indent. Why are we talking about belly buttons and stuff? Why didn't they mention this when we did loops and stuff? Don't shoot the messenger. I just work here, okay? My YouTube comment said the exact same thing. Like the last 3 lessons I've done, everyone has been like, why haven't they taught you functions? Which to me just tells me that this lesson is going to be really easy. Because now I've been thrown in the deep end with no floaties, you know? Now that I've been thrown in the deep end and they made me learn list comprehension, now everything's going to look easy. Lastly, note that the execution of a program always begins on the first line. Note that the execution of a program always begins on the first line. The code is then executed one line at a time from top to bottom. This is not an execution flow. Yeah. See, I already got that. You can't trick me because you defined the function here. And then you printed this statement, but you didn't call it till after you printed this statement. So that means this statement's going to come first and then this one because you called it after. You can't fool me. You can't fool me. Even though our function was defined before our lone print statement, we didn't call our function until after. See? It's all up here, chat room. We are going to help our trip planner users figure out if they should travel today based on the weather. Let's let our users know we can check the weather for them. We write a print statement that will output checking the weather for you. Okay, print. Checking the weather for you. We took a look outside and see a bright sunny day. Write a function called weather check that will print a message to our users that it's a great day to travel. So for this kind of thing, could you also use if statements? So if like a user wants to check the weather, it could be like if weather, I forgot how to write if statements already. If weather is rainy, print this. If weather is sunny, print this. Yeah? My lessons are coming together. They're all merging. I'm learning. Write a function called weather check that will print a message to our users that it's a great day to travel. Weather check. Oh, damn it. It didn't indent. Oh, I didn't define it. Def weather check. Print. Looks great outside. Enjoy your trip. Don't call the function just yet. We will do that in the next step. Okay. Oh no, it looks like some clouds came in and it started raining. Our users shouldn't go on a trip in the rain. What are they, pussies? The way my watch was just like, sit up straight. That's karma. Not the Ratatouille flavor moment. And then you can pass into the function a variable that you set before running the function. Oh my God. This is exciting. It is ahead of what I can do right now, but I'm excited. I'm very excited. In our weather check function, add a second print statement under the first one, which prints a warning message to our travelers. But if I add a second, if it's in the same function and I call it, it's just going to print them both. Isn't it? Print under the first one, which prints a warning message for our travelers. False alarm. The weather changed. There is a thunderstorm approaching. Cancel your plans and stay inside. Call the function weather check. It's gonna do them both. Weather check. Looks great outside. Just kidding. Unindent the final print statement, the one Starting with false alarm, unindent it. Run the program again. What's different? So the false alarm one comes first because I didn't actually, it's not part of the function. So it's no different than this because I unindented it. It's not part of the function, which means I didn't technically call this until after this showed up. It's Codecademy. We pinned it in the chat for anyone who's looking to try it. Not sponsored. This was like the best website I found, I think. Parameters and arguments. Let's return to our trip welcome function one more time. Let's modify our function to give a welcome that is a bit more detailed. Def trip welcome. Welcome to Trip Academy. Looks like you're going to Times Square today. Our function does a really good job of welcoming anyone who is traveling to Times Square, but a really poor job if they're going anywhere else. In order for us to make our function a bit more dynamic, we are going to use the concept of function parameters. Supplies data to a defined function when it is called in a program. Ooh, okay. Can also use function parameters. Supplies data to a defined function. Okay. Function parameters allow our function to accept data as an input value. We list the parameters of a function takes as input between the parentheses of a function. Oh, so that's when you put something between it. Here's a function that defines a single parameter. Def my function single parameter. In the context of trip welcome function, it would look like this. Trip welcome destination. Welcome to Trip Academy. Looks like you're going to Blet today. So how would it gather destination though? Would I have to predefine that? In the above example, we define a single parameter called destination and apply it in our function body in the second print statement. We are telling our function it should expect some data passed in for destination that it can apply to any statements in the function body. But how do we actually use this parameter? Our parameter of destination is used by passing in an argument to the function when we call it. So if we're setting what the destination is defined as, then why don't we just put Times Square? Or is this also meant to be like input? Like if someone goes in and is like, I'm going to Times Square, and then it's like, okay, I'm inputting this. This is the destination now. It can be input. Okay, cool. This would output, welcome to Trip Academy. Looks like you're going to Times Square. To summarize, here's a quick breakdown of the distinction between a parameter and an argument. The parameter is the name defined in the parentheses of the function and can be used in the function body. Okay, I'm going to write down an example of what this looks like. Def trip. So that's a parameter. And then parameters are treated like variables. Arguments as values. The argument is the data that is passed in when we call the function, which is then assigned to the parameter name. Argument as values. Oh, so that's afterwards. Does it still need to be indented when you're setting it? Because it doesn't look indented here. It looks like it just comes after. Let's write a function with parameters and call the function with an argument to see it all in action. Oh, do you get a document that'll help your resume for finishing this or no? Or like suggest where you can get, I have no idea. I'm sorry. I don't know. Do you indent print? You do indent print. but this isn't indented or even included in the function. So I'm like, if it's out of the function, would it even work? It seems like this would just set it like its own variable. I don't know. It'll teach me, I'm sure. We want to create a program that allows our users to generate the directions for their upcoming trip. Create a function called generate trip instructions. Generate trip instructions. That defines one parameter called location. Location. Okay. Generate trip instructions should print out the following. Looks like you are planning a trip to visit. Bloop. Print. Oh God, how did they format this? Oh, okay. Print. Looks like you are planning a trip to visit, and then plus location. Cool. Generate trip instructions should also let our users know they can reach their location using public transit. Let's have generate trip instructions also print out the following on a new line. You can use the public subway system to get to plus location. There's a Google course? I didn't know that. That's cool. Hi, Luciano. How you doing, BB? Good to see you. Time for some greenery. Let's see what happens when we call the function and input the argument Central Park, a backyard wonder in the heart of New York City. Okay, so I'm going to try it unindented and see what happens, but I feel like it has to be indented. So it would be, oh my God, how did they do it? Okay. Location. Central Park. It has to be indented. No? Did you call? Oh, we have to call it. Okay, sorry, I didn't call it. Let's see what happens when we call the function, input the argument. Call the function, oh my God, and input the argument Central Park. So do I have to, what order do I do that in? Generate trip instructions. Wait, what the fuck? I'm so confused. Oh, it's, okay, hold on. Trip welcome Times Square. Okay, so I have to do generate trip instructions and then Central Park. Why is it red? Oh, it's red in there too. Okay, that's what they wanted. Wait, no, they didn't. Call the function and input the argument Central Park. I spelled it wrong. Instructions. There we go. Looks like you're planning a trip to visit Central Park. You can use the public subway system to get to Central Park. The day trip is over and we need to get back to the train station to head home. Change the argument to Grand Central Station and call the function again. What changed in the output? Well, it's the same. It's just the same thing. It's the same thing, you know? I think you go to like Google, then courses, and search whatever one you have. Then you take the classes like this and then take a test and move on until you finish the course. It gives you a document. Is that on Google or are you just Googling classes? I don't know. That's how I found this one. I Googled classes. Multiple parameters. Using a single parameter is useful, but functions let you use as many parameters as we want. Ooh. can use multiple parameters. That way we can pass in more than one input to our functions. We can write a function that takes in more than one parameter by using commas. Oh. Multiple parameters separated by commas. When we call our function, we will need to provide arguments for each of the parameters we assigned in our function definition. My function, argument 1, argument 2. But that says parameter 1, parameter 2. For example, our trip applications trip welcome function that has 2 parameters. Sorry for my yawning. Sorry for my yawning. Def trip welcome origin destination. Ooh, and then after I can set the origin and destination. Ooh. Our 2 parameters in this function are origin and destination. In order to properly call our function, we need to pass argument values for both of them. The ordering of your parameters is important as their position will map to the position of the arguments and will determine their assigned value in the function body. More on this in the next exercise. Our function call could look like trip welcome Prospect Park Atlantic Terminal. Oh, so it's kind of like a list where if it's in the same index, then it's assigned to that section. So Prospect Park would be origin, Atlantic Terminal would be destination. Ooh. The output would be, looks like you're traveling from Prospect Park and you're heading to Atlantic Terminal. Okay. Our travel application users want to calculate the total expenses they may have to incur on a trip. Write a function called calculate expenses. Write your code below. Oh, okay. Calculate expenses. Replace the function with the function name. That will have 4 parameters in exact order. Okay. Plane ticket price, car rental rate, hotel rate, trip time. Each of these parameters will account for a different expense that our users will incur. Within the body of the function, let's start to make some calculations for our expenses. First, let's calculate the total price of a car rental. Create new variable called car rental total. That is the product of the car rental rate and trip product. Like you add them? Wait, what? A variable. Car rental total. Oh God, variable is like such early stuff I've already forgotten. So it would be car rental rate plus trip time? No. Car rental. Why is there a thing next to it? Oh. Oh. Wait. No, I accidentally made it different. Wait. Why? Why is it attaching to this? I don't want it to. Can you go away for now? What'd I do? Expected an indented block after function definition on line 3, but I'm not ready yet. Wait, do I have to define it inside the thing? Well, then what the fuck? What the fuck do you want from me? Car rental total equals car rental rate and trip time. Product means add, right? Oh, it's multiply. I thought product meant add. Well, I'm still getting it wrong. So do they want it inside? Oh, within the body of the function. I can't read. Within the body of the function. Ah! Return outside of okay, I know. I ruined it. Oh my god. Just click. There. Chat, let me figure it out by myself. Everyone shut up. Everyone shut up. I want to figure it out by myself. Please. Next, we want to apply the same logic, but for our hotel rate. Create a new variable, hotel total. Okay, hotel total equals hotel rate times trip time. No help. Oh, we also have a coupon to give our users some cash back to their hotel visits, so subtract 10. Okay, I need to read the whole thing. Woohoo coupons, they get it. They get it. They get me. Lastly, create a new variable called trip total. That is the sum of car rental total. Okay, sum. That means plus. Trip total equals car rental total plus hotel total plus plane ticket price. Oop. Do not delete return trip total. I did do that earlier. Holy shit, she can add? Holy shit. Call your function with the following argument values for the parameters listed. Ooh, okay. Okay, so it would be calculate expenses. Parameters listed. Do they want me to put it in? You know what? I don't know. No, it's just 200. I was like, do I have to put it in quotation marks? But it wouldn't make sense if it was a string because then it couldn't multiply with the trip time because it wouldn't make sense. Okay. Plane ticket, 200. Car rental, 100. Hotel rate, 100. Trip time, 5. Trip time. Be sure to call your function inside of print so you can see the output. Huh? Be sure to call your function Oh, well, fuck me. Well, fuck me. I wish I had put that at the beginning. I can just do this, right? That should work. Print, calculate expenses, 200, 100, 105. $1,100. That's like a carton of eggs. What is this, a carton of eggs at the grocery store? What's this? What the heck? We did it. That's really cool. You can put variables inside of a function. Oh my God, sorry. I keep clicking that AI learning assistant thing. Oh, I'm getting cold. I'm getting cold. I want my divorced mom sweater. My emotional support divorced mom sweater. I think I have to replace my side monitors soon. I've had them for 8 years, but they're both starting to just randomly disconnect and reconnect out of nowhere. And I thought it was a loose cable. So I replugged in all my cables and that didn't work. So 8 years. So I think it's time to replace them. But they're just little baby 1080p monitors, so I think it'll be fine. Okay, types of arguments. Oh, Jesus, it's cold. Mine are 14 and 17 years old. Damn. Are they CRT? Is the plastic eggshell white? Are you running on Windows DOS? Mine shuts off for a few seconds whenever anyone in the house turns a light on. So that's what happens to me when the cats jump on the counter. When the cats jump on my desk, it turns off for a second and then comes back. And I'm like, okay, that's a loose cable. But I've unplugged them and replugged them a bunch of times and it's still funky. So I don't know. Oh, I could try a different HDMI port. It's a loose cable, but on the inside. Oh no, guess I have to take it apart and fix it. That's for another time. In Python, there are 3 different types of arguments we can give a function. Okay, I have to write this down. Everyone, shh. Shh. I can't focus when you're talking. 3 different types of arguments. Number 1, verbal. Number 2, Physical. Positional arguments, arguments that can be called by their position in the function definition. Is that indexing? Are they going to make me index? Keyword arguments, arguments that can be called by their name. Default arguments, arguments that are given default values. I don't really get that last one, but I'm sure I will. Positional, called by position. I'm kind of watering down the writing so I don't have to sit here for 10 minutes. Keyword, called by name, default. Is this when writing code as yep? Wait, what? I have 2 cats. I love my cats. Cats are the best. Arguments that are given default values. Given default values. Yeah, having cats is the best. I love them. Okay. Positional arguments are arguments we have already been using. Their assignments depend on their positions in the functional call. Oh, yeah. It's just like as long as it matches up, then it's fine. Yeah. I have 2 cats, a pushover and a politician. I feel like if you have 2 cats, that is kind of the go-to pair. One is a total bully and the other one just lets it happen. Sesame is my pushover and Wasabi is my bully. And yes, their names fit them perfectly before you say anything. Their assignment depends on their position in the function call. Let's look at a function called calculate taxi price that allows our users to see how much a taxi would cost to their destination. Def calculate taxi price, miles to travel, rate, discount. Print miles to travel times rate minus discount. In this function, miles to travel is positioned as the first parameter, rate is positioned as the second, and discount is the third. When we call our function, the position of the arguments will be mapped to the position defined in the function declaration. This is so easy. This part makes a ton of sense. I'm worried about the other ones. I have one cat who is the queen, but I currently have a cat in my bathroom who hurt its leg. No, baby. Is it a stray or is it one of yours? Because I feel like whenever someone has a cat in their bathroom, they're like, yeah, I just found this thing on the street and it's mine now. Alternatively, we can use keyword arguments where we explicitly refer to what each argument is assigned to in the function call. Notice in the code example below that the arguments do not follow the same order as defined in the function declaration. Oh, so you can define it yourself. So you can say, I want rate to mean this. I want discount to mean this. I want miles. Okay. Lastly, sometimes we want to give our function parameters default values. We can provide a default value to a parameter by using the assignment operator equals. This will happen in the function declaration rather than the function call. Interesting. So miles to travel, rate, discount equals 10. So you could do both. Here's an example where the discount argument in our calculate taxi price function will always have a default value of 10. Interesting. So you can have positional or keyword arguments and a default argument in the same line. That's really cool. So real. Guess what? I found a cat and he's mine now. Found this thing on the side of the road. She's mine now. That's how my trainer found a cat. It was really fun. When we use a default argument, we can either choose to call the function without providing a value for a discount, and thus our function will use the default value assigned, or overwrite the default argument by providing our own. So that would be helpful if, like, say you're trying to code a website where there's clearance items that are already 10% off, but then they have an extra thing where it's like, oh, if you're a student, you get another 10% off. Then you could code it to, like, override it with something else or a bigger discount. Let's practice using these different types of arguments. Tripcademy, our trusty travel app, needs to allow passengers to plan a trip. Duh. What do you mean, duh? That wasn't clear to me. Write a function called trip planner that will have 3 parameters. First destination, second destination, not final destination. Final destination. An asteroid lands directly on you and you die. Define trip planner. First destination, second destination, final destination. I've never seen those movies, but Becca gave me her HBO Max login, and I just logged in last night, and I watched Paris is Burning for the first time. Incredible documentary. Holy shit, everyone needs to see Paris is Burning. But while I was there, I saw that they have the Final Destination movies, and I was like, time to give myself some anxiety. Time to test how good my antidepressants actually work. Give the final destination parameter a default value of Code Academy HQ. Okay, so do they? Oh, I think it can have spaces. Code Academy HQ. Okay. Oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, I spelled it wrong. It's always the spelling. Why can't I spell? Code Academy. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. What did I type? Code Academy. I can't spell. Yeah. Paris is Burning. I spent the whole documentary being like, wow, this is incredible. They live incredible lives. Like, this is revolutionary. And then by the end, I was just really sad. Holy shit. First, we want to introduce the trip to users. Use print in our function to output, here's what your trip will look like. Okay. Print. Nope, wrong. Print. Here is what your trip will look like. In our function definition, let's provide an itinerary that will describe the destinations our user will visit in order. Print a statement that follows this form. First, we will stop in plus first destination plus then plus second destination plus, and lastly plus final destination. Print a statement that follows this form. Okay. An example call to our function using positional arguments should output, first we will stop in London, then India, and lastly New Zealand. God damn! Holy shit! Just move into the plane. You'll be, oh my God! Holy shit, what a trip. To test out your function, call trip planner with the following values. Oh, so this will override the final destination, so it won't say Code Academy HQ anymore. Trip planner. France. Germany. Denmark. First, we will stop in France, then Germany, and lastly, Denmark. Okay. Call the function trip planner again with the following values for the parameters. They said call it again, so do I? Notice the difference in your output depending on the position of your arguments. Trip planner, Denmark, France, Germany. Yeah, different order. Man, this is really easy. I kind of wish I had learned this earlier, because this is way more understandable than fucking list comprehensions. We're on the world tour. Okay, Rich. Okay, Rich. Call the function trip planner again, but this time include the keyword arguments, e.g. first destination, and put them in this exact order. include the keyword arguments. So that will override it. First destination equals Iceland. Second destination equals Germany. Oh, wait, I did in the wrong order. Sorry. Final destination equals Germany. Second destination equals India. So it should say first Iceland, then India, then Germany, in that order. Yeah. Lastly, go ahead and call the function trip planner using only 2 positional arguments to see the default argument in action. Oh, so the default will say Codecademy. Okay, cool. Trip planner. First destination equals Brooklyn. Second destination equals Queens. First we will stop in Brooklyn, then Queens, and lastly Codecademy HQ. Oh no, what did I do wrong? First destination Brooklyn, second destination Queens. Yes? Wait, what did I do wrong? Did you call the function trip planner with the arguments Brooklyn and Queens in that order? Yes? What'd I do? It worked. It showed up on the side. Do they want me to actually write final destination at the end? No. Queen's final destination. Positional argument follows keyword argument. What'd I do wrong? It showed up. Go ahead and call the function trip planner using only 2 positional arguments to see the default argument in action. First destination equals Brooklyn. Second destination equals Queens. Using only 2 positional arguments. Oh, I don't even have to do this. I can just, it's positional. I can just do Brooklyn, comma, Queens. I did it. I did it. I just can't read, that's all. That's always where I get hung up, is it'll be like, choose the list comprehension that does this thing correctly. And I'll choose something that is correct but not a list comprehension. And then it's like, you're wrong. Built-in functions versus user-defined functions. There are 2 distinct categories for functions in the world of Python. What we have been writing so far in our exercises are called user-defined functions, functions that are written by users like us. There is another category called built-in functions, functions that come built into Python for us to use. Remember when we were using print or stir? Both of these functions are built into the language for us, which means we have been using built-in functions all along. There are lots of different built-in functions that we can use in our programs. Take a look at this example of using length to get the length of a string. Oh my God. Is it 28 letters? Length of destination, len, destination name, print. Hi, Levy! That was supposed to be my oh, hello. Also, just a heads up, you're not in streamer mode on Discord. Huh? What are you talking about? What does Discord have to do with anything? I'm confused. Thank you. Thank you for the 19 months. Appreciate it. Here we are using a total of 2 built-in functions in our example. Print and length. And yes, if you're wondering, that is a real railway station in India. Wait, what is? Oh, Venkatanarasimarajuvaripeda. That's cool. Your Discord status changes when you're streaming. Oh, I don't really care about Discord status. It's fine. That's fine. It's okay. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh, 68? Ooh. There are even more obscure ones like help, where Python will print a link to a documentation for us and provide some details. What? Help string, name string, a collection of string constants, module reference. The following documentation is automatically generated from Python source files. It may be incomplete, incorrect, or include features that are considered. I could have been using that this whole time? Help! Help! We were provided a list of prices for some gift shop items: t-shirt, shorts, mug, poster. Create a variable called max price and call the built-in function max with the variables of prices to get the oh, fuck. When they start calling back to previous lessons, I'm like, oh no. I'm like frantically flipping through my notes, being like, wait. Okay. Create a variable called max price and call the built-in function max. Is it max price dot max? With the variables of prices to get the maximum price. Print max price. Wait, max price equals max. I can't keep track of which ones are like dot append or whatever, and then just the other ones that are not that. Shorts price plus mug price plus poster price. Oh, Jesus Christ. T-shirt price, shorts price, mug price, poster price. And then print max price. No, okay. That's fair. I love when I have an error, and you know how these things are supposed to point to where the error is? It just points to the whole thing. I love when it's just like this whole line, just delete the whole line. So is it this within another? Hi, Wasabi. Wait, what the fuck? Is it like that? Oh my God, I forgot. Is it brackets? Shit. Oh, wait, I did this so wrong. Wait, no. I don't even think I had to do all that. Wait, yes, I did. Max with the variables of prices to get the maximum price. So it's t-shirt price, comma, shorts price, comma, mug price, comma, poster price. Oh my God. I'm so dumb. No help. No help. I've given my mods permission to shoot you on sight if you try to give me the answer. I will pull out a walkie-talkie. If you come into my chat and say, it's not plus sign, it's comma, I pull out a walkie-talkie and I go, Krr! Take the shot. Over. The platform is Codecademy, which we have pinned at the top of the chat. Using the same set of prices, create a new variable called min price and use the built-in function min with the variables of prices to get the minimum price. Print min price. Okay. Min price equals min t-shirt price, comma, shorts price, comma, mug price, comma, Poster price. Print min price. Minimum price is $2. Use the built-in function round to round the price of the variable t-shirt price to 1 decimal place. Have I used round yet? Round t-shirt price. So it would round it to $10. Okay. Did you assign a variable rounded price to be equal to the result of the round function with 1 decimal place of round? Oh, I have to put something in there? Oh. I don't know how to define that. Did we learn round? Did we learn round? Round? Oh, here's minimum, index, count, length, sort, count, insert pop range. These little bitches did not teach me round. These little whores have the audacity to ask me to round something and not teach me how. Round the price of the variable t-shirt price by 1 decimal place. Hey, maybe teach me how to do that. Round. For the built-in type supporting round, values are rounded to the closest multiple of 10 to the power minus n digits. If 2 multiples are equally close, the return, wait, so how do I get it to just round to a percentage? Oh, I could have used help, but no help. No help. No help. I'm reading the docs. I'm locked in. I'm in the mainframe. Values are rounded to the closest multiple of 10 to the power minus n digits. Good God. Listen, as someone that doesn't do math, that hurt my brain. If 2 multiples are equally close, rounding is done toward the even choice. So, for example, both round 0.5 and round negative 0.5 are 0, and round 1.5 is 2. Any integer value is valid for n digits. What the fuck does that mean? Wait, so how do I do it? Number n digits equals none. The return value is an integer if n digits is omitted or none. But it says to the nearest decimal. So does that mean... Do I literally have to put n digits? I'm on the wrong tab. Sorry. It tabbed me out. So would it be round? What the fuck? How do I tell it a decimal? By 1 decimal place. You know what? Fuck you. Help round. Round in digits equals none. Round a number to a given precision in decimal digits. The return value is an integer if n digits is omitted or none. Otherwise, the return value has the same type as the number. N digits may be negative. Okay, that was actually really helpful. Does n digits need to be empty or does it need to say none? No, that didn't work. What if it's empty? Not defined. Well, what the fuck do I put in the fucking thing then? Oh my God. I love Codecademy, but sometimes these bitches will just throw something in the mix and be like, remember when we talked about hoople duple tuples? Write one of those. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you saying? So what? Okay, chat, I'm actually asking because I'm so confused. I would put a number. You gotta put your whole ussy into it, bitch. Pop that ussy. By 1 decimal place. By 1 decimal place. So would it be 0.0? Okay, cool. I broke it. 1. Oh, you're not supposed to write n digits? Well, 1 didn't work either. What if I put none? I'm gonna end my own life. What? Why is it like, did you round properly? Did you do this function properly that we never taught you how to do? Did you do that? Oh my God. Okay. It does also say print it, and I didn't print it, so that's also my bad. Rounded price. No, it still didn't work. Okay. But it did round. It rounded to 10. Oh, but it said 1 decimal place. So it wants it to be like 9.8 or something. So what if I put 0.0? 0.1? Codecademy? Anthwan, get the CEO of Codecademy on the phone. I'd like to have a word with them, please. Oh my God, dude. What if I put 0.00? No. Dude, I'm gonna lose it. Your orders, milady. Anthwan, I'd like to buy a gun. What the fuck? So, okay, chat room, I am asking you for help. What the fuck do I put there? Just give me the answer. I did put 1. Why didn't it work last time? I did put 1. Okay, so why would 1 round it to the next, I'm genuinely asking, why would one move it 1 decimal point instead of round it to the next 1 whole number? Because like, I would assume that if you put 1, you're rounding it to the next whole number, not decimal point. 0, oh, 0 is the nearest whole. So 0 would be 10. Okay. And then 2 would be the 5. So it would be 9 point, would it even change? No, it wouldn't change. Okay, cool. Okay. Thank you for just telling me the answer. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is like the 2nd or 3rd time Codecademy has done that. Has been like, write this code that we haven't taught you yet. I imagine they're sitting there just like, write this code that I didn't teach you yet. Oh my God. Not write your code below. I wrote the whole thing above the comment. Write your code below. Also, fuck you, Godfiend. It's teaching you to look at the docs. And the docs didn't help me either. The docs didn't give me any examples. So that's also fun. If we confuse them, they'll stay subscribed for more time. I am grateful for everyone that helped, but I was told to helpers on site. So please form a line. Yeah. Everyone form a line for your assassination, please. Oh my God. Okay. I think Wasabi's about to start zooming. Oh. I love when they start saying, me first. Anthwin, call the asteroid to Earth. And can I just start doing that from now? Anthwin? Can you shoot me right now, please? Okay, variable access. As we expand our programs with more functions, we might...
Thank you so much for subbing for 100 months. I'm really, really stupid.
Thank you, Adrian. Where do I sign up? You gotta get in line. Sorry. Thank you, Adrian, for sticking with us for so long. 103 months, god damn. 103 Dalmatians. Thank you. I appreciate it. As we expand our programs with more functions, we might start to ponder where exactly do we have access to our variables. To examine this, let's revisit a modified version. I'm getting a little delusional, I think. But not like the Delulu sense that you would think. I'm getting delusional in the sense that my brain is so tired from learning that everything's funny now. To examine this, let's revisit a modified version of the first function we built together. Define trip, welcome, destination. Print, looks like you're going to the blank today. Imagine I put the destination as the pearly gates. Me after asking Anthony to shoot me. It looks like you're going to the pearly gates today. What if we wanted to access the variable destination outside? Love going to the blank. The entire programmer experience. What if we wanted to access the variable destination outside of the function? Could we use it? Take a second to think about what the following program will output, then check the result below. My guess is going to be no, because you can't print something that hasn't been defined yet. Because this says define trip, welcome, destination. Looks like you're going to destination, print destination. Destination hasn't been set. So I think if this was destination equals the pearly gates, if destination equals off a cliff, then it would print something, but it's not defined as anything. So I don't think it would print anything. Output results. Yeah, name not defined. We're back, everyone. My will to live has returned. Okay, we call the part of the program where destination can be accessed its scope. Scope refers to the areas where variables are visible and accessible. Okay. Scope refers to areas where variables are visible and accessible. Why am I coughing so much? The scope of destination is only inside the trip welcome. Take a look at another example. Budget 1,000. Here we are using a default value for a parameter of destination. Destination California. Looks like you're going to California. Your budget for this trip is budget. Print budget, trip welcome. Yeah, because we printed the budget before we pushed the button for the function. So it would say the budget first. It'd say 1,000. Looks like you're going to California. Your budget here for this trip is 1,000. Here we are able to access the budget both inside the trip welcome function as well as our print statement. That's cool. If a variable lives outside of any function, it can be accessed anywhere in the file. We will be exploring the concept of scope more after this entire lesson, but for now, let's play around. Okay. Note, working with multiple functions can be a bit overwhelming at first. Don't hesitate to use hints or even look at the solution code if you get stuck. I didn't even know there was a solution code. Where's the solution code? How do I get the answer? Where's the solution? This whole time I could have just been looking up the answer. This is the part where we add a scope to the gun. Because Antoine lives so far away. We're going to add a scope to the gun. Anthuan? Anthuan! Can you hear me? Put a scope on the gun, please. Hunter, thank you so much for the 22 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Our users want to be able to save a list of their favorite places in our travel application. We have received a rough draft for this implementation from another coder, but there are some problems with variable scope which prevent it from working properly. Take a second to understand what the program is doing and then hit run. Okay. Print count locations, favorite locations equals Paris, Norway, Iceland. Oh, this should be separated, shouldn't it? These should be separated by quotations. Print, there are 3 locations. Def show favorite locations. Print, your favorite locations are plus favorite locations. Print count locations. Print favorite locations. Oh, I wonder if this one will work because favorite locations wasn't technically defined in this function. It was defined in this function. So I wonder if it'll still even work. Line 8. Oh, I think I got it. I got it. Favorite location is not defined. Yay. Yay. Looking at the error, it seemed like the main issue is that favorite locations is not defined. Why would our program not be able to see our beautiful favorite locations variable? Aha, it must be a scope issue. Fix the scope of favorite locations so that both our functions can access it. Fix the scope. How the fuck do I do that? Wait, what? How do I do that? Would I just define it again? Can I just do it again? Favorite locations equals, this feels wrong. Paris, Norway, Iceland. Oh, okay. Cool. Yay! Task failed successfully. I have to pee, but we're almost done with the lesson, so I don't want to go yet. Returns. At this point, our functions have been using print to help us visualize the output in our interpreter. This is an interpreter, right? Where you actually write the code? Avery coding! You've made it pass, but that's not the answer. That's not what they intended. Finally, a bug happens in my favor. Okay. So how do I change the scope? Do I just put this within this? Can I like make another indent and put it in here? Can I do that? Will that work? I broke it. Unexpected indent. Okay. No. I don't know. I don't know. I love when they don't teach me things. Here's a hint. Okay. Right now, the scope of favorite locations only allows the function print count locations to access it. Where would we need to move it to allow both functions to access it? Oh, moving it? If I wanted both functions to access it, then could I move it up here? So I move it outside of it? Is that right? Because it worked. So you just move it out, right? People are clapping. I think that's right. Yes. Okay, cool. Yay. You know what? I'm just going to go pee. Welcome back. We're back. I'm sleepy today, dude. The cats woke me up so early. I'm just so sleepy. I love Wasabi. During the break, he jumped on the desk, and I was like, "I'll hold you like a little baby if you want. I'm just coding. I can do it." And then he ran away. In my opinion, I like your Lush Life cosplay. Thank you. Somebody has to. Somebody has to. Okay, let's get back to coding. At this point, our functions have been using print to help us visualize the output in our interpreter. Functions can also return a value to the program so that this value can be modified or used later. We use the Python keyword return to do this. That just sounds like a variable, like something in the code that you can access later. Here's an example of a program that will return a converted currency for a given location a user may want to visit in our trip planner application. Calculate exchange USD, US dollars, exchange rate. Return US dollars times exchange rate. Oh, so it goes within the function. New Zealand exchange equals wait, what the fuck? Return US dollars times exchange rate. New Zealand exchange equals calculate exchange USD. But then where are you accessing exchange rate again? Huh? It's not accessing exchange rate again. It made a whole new thing. Saving our values returned from a function like we did with the New Zealand exchange allows us to reuse the value in the form of a variable throughout the rest of the program. When there is a result from a function that is stored in a variable, it is called a returned function value. Let's try to return some data. I'm kind of confused. That's just a variable, is it not? Calculate exchange USD, US dollars, exchange rate, return. My brain's gonna explode. Oh no, I'm reaching the brain explodey part of the learning. Our travel application is getting really popular. Some of our users have posted on social media that it would be useful if our application could help them track their budget during trips. We want to help them track their starting budget and let them know how much they have left after an expense. We've provided some starting code to get started. Take a second to understand the code, click run. Okay. Current budget, $3,575. Print, define print remaining budget. But budget isn't defined. I'm so confused. How does it know? So that's the thing, is like this current budget is its own variable, right? So you would think budget is another variable. Print remaining budget. So what is this? Print remaining budget current. So this just printed this. So this hasn't done anything. But how did... The name in the function parameters is sort of like a variable definition for that function. It's another variable, but it temporarily gets the value of current budget. But current budget isn't even in the function. The variable current budget is being assigned to the variable budget. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah. It's just a placeholder. But then how does it know what to print for budget? That's why I'm so confused. Budget isn't defined anywhere. So how does it know that budget actually means current budget? We give it to the function in line 6. Print remaining budget, current budget. Oh! You're right. It's the positional thing where in the parentheses you say current budget and it's, okay. I'm back. Thank you. I'm back on Earth. Thank you. I needed that. I just needed someone to explain how it worked. Let's create a new function called deduct expense that will create 2 parameters. Okay, define deduct. Dude, stop. You're just a comment. Stop. Thank you. write your code below. I can't read. First parameter will be budget. Second parameter will be expense. Our function will be taking in a budget value as well as the expense we want to subtract. We will want our function to return the budget minus the expense of our travelers are incurring. Okay, return. How did they do returns? Oh, you don't even need to put it in parentheses. Return. Function will be taking in a budget value as well as the expense we want to subtract. I want our function to return the budget minus expense. Ooh. Okay. Looks like the most common expense our travelers are incurring is a t-shirt purchase. Let's create a variable called shirt expense. Shirt expense. And for now, we'll give it a set value of 9. We're not accounting for currency changes at the moment. Make sure this is defined outside the functions in your script. Okay. Now that we have an expense to subtract, create a new variable called new budget after shirt. New variable, new budget after shirt. Set it to be the function call of deduct the function call. Equals set it to be the function call of deduct expense, pass our current budget variable as the first argument. Oh, pass our current, oh my God, y'all, I'm losing it. I think you know when a sponge is full of water and it can't take in any more water? I feel like my sponge is full. And shirt expense variable, deduct expense, current budget, shirt expense. You're doing pretty good, though. I relate to that feeling. I just am so confused. Like, I know I just learned all of this, but, well, they did say it is overwhelming. They said it's overwhelming to work with a bunch of functions at the same time, and they were right. Yeah, I think after we're done with this, we'll do the quiz, and then I'll leave it, because I only have one more project, or one more, like, thing after this. So we'll do this, and then we'll do the quiz when it's still fresh in my mind, and then we'll probably stop, because I don't know, man. It was so easy to learn at first. Like, variables were so easy, and it all just made sense. And now the more more lines of code I'm writing, the more I'm like, I'm, I don't even want to know what the longest or the most amount of lines in one program y'all have written is, because I would assume it's like over 1,000, or at least like hundreds. And just 15 lines of code is stressing me out. Well above that? Like thousands? Like multiple thousands? Like 10,000? 100K lines? We've reached the 5 stages of creep. This 15 lines of code is stressing me the fuck out. It could be so much worse. A small project is about 100,000 lines. God damn. I don't know if I'm cut out for this life. I don't think I'm cut out for this, y'all. I can't even do 15 lines. It's stressing me out. I'm going to start crying. Lastly, we want our users to see the remaining budget. Call the provided print remaining budget function, passing in new budget after shirt as the only argument. Wait, what's an argument again? Is the argument the thing that goes inside? Wait, print remaining budget. Oh, and then budget is new budget after shirt. So if I put new budget after shirt for this, it should say your remaining budget is this minus 9. So it should be like 34.91 or whatever. New budget after shirt. Oh, okay. This is the biggest program with functions we have built so far. Take a second to review your code and click run one last time when you're ready to move on. Okay. Functions are key. You only have to understand how the function works in and out, not the code in it. That's fair. If I understand how it works, then everything else will come a bit easier. Multiple returns. I still don't really understand returns. I think I want to relearn that like tomorrow on my own. Because the thought of returns just kind of confuses me because it just seems like it's just like a variable. Sometimes we may want to return more than one value from a function. We can return several values by separating them with a comma. Take a look at this example of a function that allows users in our travel application to check the upcoming week's weather starting Monday. Weather data, sunny, cloudy, raining, snowing. 3-day weather report, weather. First day equals tomorrow, the weather will be 0. Oh, index. So sunny, cloudy. Return first day, second day, third day. Okay. Got it. This function takes in a set of data in the form of a list for the upcoming week's weather. We can get our returned function values by assigning them to variables when we call the function. Weather data equals, and then it's the list. Wait, I'm confused again. Why wouldn't it call weather data? Oh my God. What's wrong with my brain today? I just like randomly stopped intaking information and now I'm just like, like drool is coming out of my mouth and like one eye is going that way. This function takes in a set of data in the form of a list for the upcoming week's weather. We can get our returned function values by assigning them to variables when we call the function. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday equals 3-day weather report, weather data. Print Monday, print Tuesday, print Wednesday. But how does it know it's first day, second day, third day? Oh, but it does reference weather data again. Fuck, I'm confused. This will print tomorrow. The weather will be sunny, cloudy. Man, it's a fucking... You know pigs are flying when I can understand the index portion, but not anything else. I'm understanding the index of all things. The thing I was just crashing out over last week, but variables are getting too hard for me. I blame list comprehension. Me personally, I think this is all list comprehension's fault. I completely agree with you. I completely agree. Okay. Our users like the previous functionality that we added to our travel application, but recently we have had an influx of users planning trips in Italy. We want to create a small function to output the top places to visit in Italy. Another member of our team already started on the implementation of this feature, but it is still missing a few key details. Take a second to review code, click run when you're ready to move on. Okay. Top tourist locations, Italy. First, Rome. Second, Venice. Third, Florence. Okay. We want to be able to return the 3 most popular destinations from our function. Top tourist locations, Italy. Add a line in the function, top tourist locations, Italy, that will return the values of first, second, third in that order. So would it be return top tourist locations, Italy, and then parentheses first, second, third? Okay. Codecademy said go play in traffic. Codecademy said, you're so dumb. Unexpected indent. Oh, do I not need to indent it? Oh. Did you return the values first, second, and third in that order? I thought I did. I thought I did. Wait, is it just return first, second, third? Okay. I overthunk it. I overthunked it. In order to use our 3 return values from top tourist locations Italy, we need to assign them to new variable names after we call our function. Set the return of the function. Return of the function. Didn't I just try to do this and it didn't work? Return top tourist locations Italy to be equal to 3 new variables called most popular 1, most popular 2, most popular 3. Didn't I just try to do this? I thought I was supposed to call it. We need to assign them to new variable names after we call our function. So aren't I supposed to call it? Did you create 3 new variables as the return values? Didn't I? Wait. Return. Return first day, second day, third day. Return first, second, third. Wait, what the fuck? So do I put, so I, what the fuck is this? I'm so confused. So it's most popular 1, most popular 2, most popular 3 equals everything hurts. I'm so confused. Wait, what am I? Is this not? I don't use return. It told me to return it. Set the return of the function top tourist locations Italy to be equal to 3 new variables. Use 3 print statements to output the module of most popular 1, 2, 3. Are they out of the function? I suddenly want a nap. And maybe Panda Express. So, how does it know which one is which? Is it the index? Is it like, is this listed as a list? So now it's like, okay, most popular 1 is the first one, 2 is the second one. It's just the order. Okay. I just am getting really confused because it keeps telling me like if a variable isn't set, then you can't access it. So I'm like, how the fuck do we access this? Excellent work in this lesson, as if I didn't threaten to kill myself live on stream in Minecraft. In this lesson, you've covered a major fundamental programming concept used in the majority of all programs to organize code into reusable blocks. To recap, we explored what problems arise in our programs without functions, what functions are and how to write them, how whitespace plays an important role, and how a program will execute our code, and more importantly, I feel like the last 2 sections, I feel like I've read everything out loud, but it's been like in one ear and out the other. Like I feel like I'm not intaking any of it, you know? I don't want to do this right now. Oh, it's not that long. That's fine. I'll do it. All right, this is it. We're going to use all of our knowledge of functions to build out Trip Planner v 1.0. First, like in our previous exercises, we want to make sure to welcome our users to the application. Create a function called Trip Planner Welcome. Trip Planner Welcome. That takes one parameter called name. The function should use print to output a message like this. Oh. Print. Welcome to Trip Planner v 1.0. I would say comma plus name. Where name here represents the parameter variable of name we defined. Where name here represents the parameter variable of name we defined. I'm gonna start screaming. I just took a break. How many more breaks I gotta take? The 5 minutes wasn't enough. Call Trip Planner Welcome passing your name as an argument. Okay, I can do that. Trip Planner Welcome Avery. Avery's not defined. Well, I fucking thought it was because it literally put it in here. Oh, it doesn't have to be in quotations. Me crashing out over just needing to add quotations. Me with my hand over the terminate all of my channels button, and all it needed to do was have some quotations. Next, we're going to define a function called estimated time rounded. Okay, def estimated time rounded. That will allow us to calculate a rounded time value based on a decimal. Oh God, we got to do round again. Is this basically college's Excel? What's an Excel? Typical software dev experience. The last like 3 lessons in a row, I've threatened to not be alive anymore. If Twitch is watching, I'm just joking, okay? I'm just kidding. I'm fine. An example call for this function will look like this, 2.5, where 2 represents 2 hours, 0.5 represents 30 minutes. Define the function estimated time rounded with a single parameter estimated time. The function should do 2 things. Create a variable called rounded time that is the result of calling the round built-in function on the parameter estimated time, return rounded time. So round estimated time, create a variable called rounded time that is, rounded time equals round estimated time, built-in function on the parameter estimated time. I'm just gonna put 1 again. And if they don't like it, they can sue me. Oh, IXL is a learning app? Oh. I didn't know that. Return rounded time. After the function definition, call estimated time rounded with a decimal argument. Oh. Wait, so I don't put the decimal argument here? I thought I put it in here. Call estimated time rounded with a decimal argument and save the result to variable. Save the result to a variable called estimate. So do I put estimate here? Oh, I did it. Oh. I think it's just hard. I feel like I do learn better when there's someone here to explain things to me. Like, I feel like my ears have to listen, but when my eyes read, especially when they're explaining things in an English sentence, but they also cut in Python words. So it'll be like, if statement loop while, then indefinite iteration loop if statement. And I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? It's like actual gibberish when I'm trying to read it, and it makes me like angry. I can't explain it. It makes me like mad. Next, we're going to generate messages for a user's planned trip. Create a function called destination setup. Destination setup. That will have 4 parameters in this exact order. Oops. Origin, destination, estimated time, mode of transport. If true, if not true, well, true, false. Exactly. And then it just ends with like poople or tuple. What's the B thing that made me laugh so hard when I was learning it? What was the B word? Boolean. If true and if not true, Boolean return true, false. It's so hard to understand. Okay. Have 4 parameters in this exact order. Give the parameter mode of transport a default value of car. Default value. So mode of transport equal car. The program will error out if we run it since we have not defined a function body yet. Don't worry, we'll do that. Okay. Next, we're going to write 4 print statements in our function. So that's in here. The output in this function call should look like this. Okay. Print. Your trip starts off in plus origin. Print. And you are traveling to plus destination. You will be traveling by mode of transport. It will take approximately estimated time plus hours. Each of these print statements use a different parameter from our function destination setup. The estimated time parameter will come in the form of an integer. Make sure to use string to convert the parameter in your print statement. Oh, so it would be string and then parentheses. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. After the function definition, destination setup. Oh, after the function definition, call destination setup with the following arguments. Okay. Destination setup. Origin and destination should be string values representing the places you will travel from and to. Oh, so I can just put whatever I want? Okay. Your trip starts off in Seattle. Destination can be San Francisco. Use the estimate you created earlier for estimated time. Estimate I created earlier. Oh, estimate. If you will be traveling by mode other than car, be sure to override the default. I'm not going to do that. Oh my God, it worked! Welcome to Trip Planner V.10, Avery. Your trip starts off in Seattle. You are traveling to San Francisco. You will be traveling by car. It will take approximately 1 hour. 1 hour from Seattle to San Francisco? Damn. I broke the sound barrier. Yay! Go ahead and try passing different values into your functions. Okay. Avery's house. Godfiend's house. I'm going to change this to minutes. Your trip starts off in Avery's house, and you're traveling to Godfiend's house. You'll be traveling by car. It will take approximately 1 minute. Print. Don't forget to bring your weapon of choice. Okay. That started out so positive. Can't wait. That started out so positive and ended a little stressful for me. I don't know why today. I just feel like my brain is full. Hi, Toronto Maple Leafs fan. How are you? I just feel like my brain is like a sponge that's like full of water, you know? Okay, let's do this quiz. And then I'll probably leave it here so I can let my brain rest. Okay. Given the following function, what will produce the output? There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Inside me? There is no greater agony than bearing blank inside you. An untold story. So define quote X quote an untold story. It'd be this one. Oh, wait, no, it would have to have the quotations. Yay! That was close. How do you call a function called setup with no argument? Setup. What happens when you call report? Report, print, the current time is plus time. The mood is good. Print beginning of report. Report. What happens when you call report? It should be the current time is 3 p.m. and the mood is good because the variables were defined before. Oh, but they're not. I would think that if it doesn't print anything, it would error. So I'm gonna say it works. Yay! What line of code will call force with a value of 10 for mass and a value of 9.81 for acceleration? Oh, Jesus Christ. Call force with a value of 10. So it would be force 10, force parentheses 10, comma 9.81. Did I learn more than I realized? Oh my God, I think I learned more than I realized. Which variables can be called in the blank spot in this code? Which variables? New counter equals counter plus 1, return new counter. Well, we return new counter, so I think we could do counter. I think we could do both counter and new counter. Oh, wait, can you? No, you should still be able to call counter, right? I think it's, I don't know if doing this creates an, no, it wouldn't. You would still be able to access it, and we returned it. So I think because we returned it, that means it's a new variable now. So I think you can call both. No! Even though we return it, new counter only exists inside of update because we never define it outside of the scope of the function. Okay, that makes sense. So it's just counter. Okay. What line of code can be used to return a variable in or var from a function back to the piece of code that called the function? What the fuck? Return a variable in or var from a function back to the piece of code that what the fuck does that mean? The sponge is full, but it retains nonetheless. What the fuck does that mean? From a function back to the piece of code that called the function. Would it not just be return in or var because we're returning it? Return a variable in or var. This is the only thing that says return. So this one. Okay. How do you call update with a new value of 20? With a new value of 20. It would be... What? New value of 20. I think it would just be update 20 because then you would override the 10 if you just put 20. Woo! I'm really proud of that one. I'm really proud of that one. I'm proud of that one considering the last one I failed. I failed the last quiz and I had to retake it. Yay. Which one did I get wrong? Variables can be called in the blanks. Okay, it's the scope that I need to work on. So I could do to study scope a little more. Oh my God, my hair is stuck in my eyelash glue. I'm really proud of this one because my brain is a little frazzled today and I don't really know why. I'm starting my period tomorrow. It all makes so much sense. No wonder I'm so fucking tired. I'm starting my period tomorrow. It all makes sense. It's all clear now. Okay, well, I'm really proud. I'm really proud that even though I was tired, I showed up today to practice nonetheless and learn. And also, I do kind of agree that I kind of wish they changed the last lesson and functions and swapped them. I think I would have liked to learn functions before I learned loops because I think learning functions before loops would have made loops a little less overwhelming to me. But I'm really proud of this one. I'm really proud considering I struggled. But I showed up anyway. I just showed up to keep my watch streak alive. Don't break the streak. Every time you guys break a watch streak, I cry a little harder than I did before. Lego breaking as a face. Yeah, it's that. That's my brain right now. No, I'm really proud. I've been keeping up with my practice most days. I usually practice 5 to 6 days a week. So I've been keeping up with it and like going over my notes at the beginning of stream has been helping. And I'm really proud. I'm really proud I've been holding out despite it getting a lot harder over time. And I'm really like happy with everything I'm learning. It's very interesting. There is a project at the end of this lesson, but my brain is a little too full to do it right now. So I think I'm going to practice throughout the week. And then next week when we do coding, we will do the project. Because I also have some articles I have to read. So I could make a Twitch chatbot. Oh, but wouldn't I need to request like API access or something from Twitch? I don't know. Whatever. We'll think about it some other time. But yeah, it was really nice to show up today despite how hard it was. Oh, thank you. It's a little overwhelming, but you are genuinely retaining a lot very quickly. Thank you. I appreciate it. I am trying my best. There are some things that I still flop every time I do my daily practice. I always flop index every single time. 0 index. And it's so dumb because it's just counting. It's just counting. That's all it is. And I still flop. But thank you guys so much. I think I'm gonna order some Panda Express. I need it. Pop that index, milady. Antoine, I request assistance in popping my index, please. Yeah, today was good. I'm really proud of what I learned today. So thank you guys so much for being here. Next week we'll continue. We'll review what I learned with functions and returns and stuff. I think I'm going to read some articles and stuff to understand it a bit more. And then we'll do our project next week. So that will be fun. And then maybe if I finish the project quickly, we'll move on to something else. But the projects usually take me a minute. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here.